What's up,
All right.
world? This your boy Jay Boogie.
What's up, world? This your boy Kimbo.
Together we are J and K with something to say.
Something to say. Yes,
So
indeed.
yeah, we
So
work it. We this is our first time, so y'all
bear with
yeah,
us.
bear with us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So
bear with us.
homeboy, I know we got a lot to talk about. We got to squeeze it in, you know what I'm saying, 40 minutes. So
Okay.
man, tell me how you feel about again our boy Bam getting robbed of this at the defensive player of the year, man.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, man. It's unfortunate. Obviously we don't know what the credentials and the criteria. Obviously we do know what it is, but
Yeah.
we don't know how they determine who's going to, win the actual award. What are they basing it on? Like, are they basing it on blocks? Are they basing it on steals? Are they just basing it on just being a total, all around defender? Which one is it? Because to me, I feel like it's got to be all around.
Yeah,
Um,
that would make sense.
it would make sense, right? All around, meaning like you shot block, if you can get some steals or
Hmm.
you can play the passing lanes or you can guard multiple positions. That to me is the definition of a defensive player of the year. And I
Yeah.
think Bam definitely meets all of that. Not taking anything away from, Rudy Gobert and who was the third?
Who was the third? Oh man.
I don't even know who they was it. It was
No, it was
Rudy.
AD. It was Rudy and AD and
Oh,
then
AD was
Bam.
one of the finalists.
AD
Okay, I didn't know.
AD had more votes than Bam.
Okay, so yeah, so yeah, it's just unfortunate for Bam because I know he puts in the work. I know he works hard. On both sides. Trying to improve on the offensive side and the defensive side. So
Yeah.
um, it's just unfortunate that he's still getting snubbed. But that just kind of seems like the theme for
Hmm.
Miami Heat guys.
Yeah.
So,
It's funny. You know what I'm saying? Of course, being in the community and Bleacher Report, it's like, and hell, I think you on we follow pretty much the same people on Instagram as far as Heat
hey, yeah,
Life, Heat Family, all that type of
yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
man. It's like you say, if you can guard uh 1 through 5, that's easily Bam. So I think he might not have as many blocks. I think because of the blocks are also exciting. You know what I mean?
It is.
Because
Yeah,
you remember when we had Hassan Whiteside, you know what I'm saying? He
yeah.
would, I mean, he had a couple of triple doubles with double digit blocks.
The
You know what
double
I
digit
mean?
block.
So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, I think that's more exciting. But of course, like we know it, man. Bam gonna get snubbed. You know, what was the other award? The six-man award, six-man of the year award. Tyler finally got it. But
I'm
then
surprised Tyler actually got that one. Yeah,
yeah, I
but
was too.
yeah, but that was it was kind of almost inevitable because
He was
Tyler
at he
was
was
playing
yeah, he
he
was
was playing
playing
really
really, really
well
well.
that year. Yeah, he was
Yeah,
playing really well. So you almost had to give it to him, and it was kind of like a landslide. Like everybody knew it, everybody saw it.
yeah.
So,
But it's
but
just crazy, man.
Dwayne Wade, his MVP year, he
Oh
got
yeah,
snubbed
definitely.
back in 2009.
Hmm.
Back in 2009, I don't remember who he lost it to. I don't know if it was LeBron or if it was Kobe.
It was Kobe.
But was it Kobe? Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah. Now they probably based that on the record because Dwayne Wade was all the way across the board, you know, leading the league in almost every statistic.
Probably
Well, I wouldn't
except
say not leading, but he
yeah.
was in the top five, maybe top 10 in
Yeah,
every stat.
definitely. I don't think it was scoring because again, it was Kobe and LeBron. So, and
Right.
it was both of them boys was tearing up the league. But yeah, man, as far as Bam, being able to guard 1 through 5, I think it's obvious, hands down. You know what I'm saying? But hopefully, like I said in the text, man, hopefully it'll drive him next year. You know what I'm saying? To try to
Sure.
to do better.
Sure.
But
Yeah.
And then what just happened with the voting, the MVP voting? How you feel about that?
Well, I feel like, everyone has their favorites. Now, we already know kind of how the MVP thing go. We could take it back to the Michael Jordan era.
Hmm.
Now, he could have won it every year. Let's be real. Let's just kick the factuals. Michael Jordan could have won MVP every year. He was the best player every year from the time he entered the league all the way to the time his last game in Chicago.
Man,
But
watch what you say. You know, people, well, when
hey,
he didn't win, and he never
hey,
made it. Hey, but
hey,
we
hey,
know how it
hey.
go.
Well, I will say deservingly, Charles Barkley won it in '93. He deserved it. He did. And I think Karl Malone won it. I don't remember if it was '97 or it was '98. It might have been '98. But he deserved it too. But
Yeah.
obviously, it gets kind of repetitive, I guess.
Hmm.
Seeing the same person winning it all the time. So of course you got to spread the love and give other guys the chance and the opportunity. But 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 this situation with Joker, he's deserving because he is the head of the snake. For the Denver
Hmm.
Nuggets.
Yeah.
So you can't deny that. But you have some other guys out there. Shea for
And
OKC, he
he didn't get most improved player. I mean, he been a sniper. He been a killer ever since he got comfortable. Know what I'm saying? Ever since they gave him the lead in OKC. But
right.
um, but the fact that this man is doing what he's doing, and like UD say, not even breaking a sweat. He ain't even sweating out there.
That boy looking so smooth out there. It's like he's not even.
It's so effortless, dude.
It's like it's effortless. It's
It's
effortless for
effortless.
him.
Him and Ant, like
Him and Ant-Man.
either one of them could have gotten that award this year, man.
Easily, easily, easily. But like you say, I guess when it comes to MVP, you just got to see again what the criteria is. I mean, it can't be the record because OKC they're the number one seed, correct? Uh, so what are you basing it off of? So
I
triple
think
doubles. I guess
maybe,
he's averaging. Well, he's not averaging triple double, but he's getting a lot of triple doubles.
yeah.
So
Because if you take either one of those guys off either team, those
right,
teams are not the same.
they're not the same. Correct, correct. So are we basing it on that too? So I guess you can base it kind of on that. If you take Joker out, how productive will the Denver Nuggets be? And if you take Shea out, how productive will OKC be?
I mean,
So
OKC, they still a young. I mean, either way, with Shea or without Shea, they still a young, exciting team. Are they as potent? Maybe not. You
probably
know what I'm
not.
saying? But they
Right,
still young and exciting.
right.
Now,
Yeah,
them dang on them freaking Timberwolves, boy. I don't know. I mean, they still got Cat. They still got a good supporting cast.
man.
But boy,
Them boys is
that damn
coming.
Ant-Man.
They coming, man. And the crazy part about it is, you can kind of see them coming on the horizon. Like when you obviously, we're on the east side, so we don't East
Hmm.
Coast. We don't see a lot of those, you know, games on the West Coast like that. But looking at the record and how well Anthony Edwards has been playing this
Yeah.
whole season. Yeah, you could see them like yeah, these boys is going to be a problem. Like them boys for real, they serious, and I think them being outed by, was it Denver that put them out last year,
Was it?
um, or was it Golden State?
It might have been, excuse me, it might have was it? I think it was Golden State.
Okay, so whoever it was that put them out, I'm sure they must have
No, I'm sorry. Golden State put out the other blue team, the
Sacramento
Grizzlies. The Grizzlies. That's who Golden
last year.
State put out. So it
Okay,
it must have been Denver.
okay, so yeah, so I'm sure they, obviously felt some type of way about that. So
Hmm.
anytime you get, put out, obviously you want to improve and get better. that next season. So, and they definitely did that. They were right there between them, Denver and OKC. They were right there as far as like for the best record in the West. So you already knew that there was going to be a problem, but I didn't see this coming.
I
Not how
didn't
they're
either,
manhandling Denver right now thus far. I didn't see it coming.
because it was like them and the Clippers almost caught fire like the same time.
Yeah,
But one thing
right.
is, since all eyes is on the Clippers, since they got that three-headed snake over there, or four-headed snake, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying, including Russ, you know what I mean?
yeah. You got
They
to include him.
they kind of went, you know what I'm saying, they fizzled out. But people
They
still
did.
thought, what I'm saying, they would catch fire again. But
Yeah.
Minnesota was right on time, man. And to have the scary, the unbeatable Joker and his
And
supporting
Murray.
cast down
Yeah.
0-2 in the best of four, and they going back to Minnesota,
Yeah.
man,
Yeah.
we might be looking at the new NBA champs right now.
Hey, I said, and I was thinking to myself, whoever comes out of this series is probably gonna win the finals. That's just my opinion, and you seem like you're agreeing with me. So,
Yeah, man. Hey,
um,
it's crazy, bro. They
yeah.
they are they scary, man. And it's like
And they're
Ant-Man,
so young,
Ant is still young.
22, 22. He's basically a senior in college.
Yeah,
Can you believe that?
yeah, because he was one and done, remember?
He was a one and doneer. Yeah, he was a one and done. So he was a one and done. Struggled. Well, I wouldn't say he struggled the first year, but obviously, you got to go through your little growing pains.
Mm-hmm. He had some moments, of course, had some big time moments.
Right.
Wasn't that the year he posterized Gabe Vincent, his rookie year?
That was I think last year, or was it?
I think
Or
was it that
was
year or
it
the
the
year
year before?
before?
Was it 2 years ago? I
I
don't
think it
remember.
was the year before.
Okay, so it could have been. It could have been. Yeah.
Man, poor Gabe. That was sad, man. Poor Gabe. That was awful, bro.
Poor Gabe. He tried to draw the charge and didn't get it. So didn't get it. But
Oh Lord.
but Ant-Man, yeah, and on top of that, you could just tell he got a little grittiness to him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? He got a little grittiness to him. He got a no fear, no nonsense
Mm-hmm.
attitude. You can hear him talking. He out there chirping.
Yeah.
When he's battling, it ain't no let me hug you, which is
Mm-hmm.
fine. There's nothing wrong with when
Yeah.
you tip it off. You give your little hugs and you dap, you pound, and all of that. But boy, that boy, like he said, he trying to tear your head off. He going at you, and that's what's missing, I think, in the NBA. Not saying that they don't play that way. I'm sure a lot of them do, but I think a lot of them is too buddy buddy to some
Yeah.
degree.
Yeah.
A little bit too
Yeah.
much. That's just too much.
And speaking of buddy thing, because me and you we had a problem with Bam, you know what I'm saying, when Jaylen
Yeah,
Brown tried that little bull crap with Duncan Robinson.
yeah.
Um
With the little
and
chicken wing, like he had caught his
yeah,
arm. Yeah,
yeah, like he tried to dislocate Buddy either elbow or shoulder, whatever he
elbow,
did,
shoulder. Right,
it was definitely uncalled for. And then but it was so funny, dude tried to make it seem like it was Duncan's fault.
right,
Y'all saw what he did. Duncan had his hands up in the back of the man. He had his hands up in the back,
right. He
and
had his
he
hands
did,
up.
and Jaylen Brown did a little jerk twice. But
He kind
hey,
of hooked them. He kind of hooked them under. Yeah,
hmm
yep, yep.
but
So,
hey, and sadly enough, they look like they might make it. You know what I mean? Because if not Denver, Cleveland don't give them a better fight, man. It's like,
yeah.
and they healthy. They got beat by the same amount of points that we did, but
Yeah,
they
we
healthy,
did exactly. And
and they
Miami
got
didn't
a
have nobody.
man, and
Basically,
they got a Donovan Mitchell.
let me not discredit Miami. I mean, we had Hero and we had Bam and all the rest of the
Hmm.
crew, but
But
it
yeah,
just didn't
yeah,
seem like they were overwhelmed.
we were
You
down our
know,
stars. You know what I'm saying? Well,
yeah,
not
yeah,
all. Well, like you just say, our star. You know what I
you're
mean?
right,
Mister
right.
Mister Mister Butler.
Mr. Butler, yeah, missing
Yeah,
Terry Rozier and
yeah.
missing Josh Richardson.
I
So
think, yeah, Josh. And it's like
Josh was
everybody always skip over Josh. You know what I'm
they
saying?
overlooked him.
Everybody already always overlooked Josh as far as the ones that was injured. But you and I both know if he was playing, not saying, of course, we were still missing the other two. If Josh was playing, we would have won the series. No, I'm not saying that. It definitely would
Right.
have been a better fight. You know what I'm
It would have
saying?
been, yeah, facts, facts.
Definitely
Yeah,
would have been a better fight.
no,
But
no question, no question. But
yeah,
hey, it a lot of times, and Jimmy Butler had an interview where he said, a lot of times health health is you got to have health, you got to get hot at the right time, and I can't remember what the third thing he said, but he was looking for some wood to knock on, and he couldn't find none. And how
and he
how
wasn't
how
not,
how
he wasn't knocking on
foreshadowing
the
was that? Huh?
That's funny. He wasn't knocking on the wood about the health, man, because it's always, boy, I'm telling you. And I wish I had
Man.
my I wish I had my notebook in front of me, man. I looked it up. Every year since Bron left,
Mm,
we've been bitten by the injury bug. Every year since
every
Bron
season,
left.
every season, bro, every season.
But yeah, man, it's definitely unfortunate. I really wish my boys were still in it because
Of course.
I don't like the Celtics.
I
I
hate him.
res-
Oh,
I
I hate is a strong word, but I
Yeah,
dislike
I
them
I
a lot.
re I respect them because they did them and the Knicks. They did what you're supposed to do when you lose. You revamp, you gear up. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? And I do believe that running it back mentality with the Heat, it bit us in the behind again, man. I think we should have added. I mean, even though we
Which
did
we
add
did.
We had Thomas Bryant and
Yeah.
Josh Richardson, but
At
they that that
Richardson, yes.
that that don't move the needle though.
Yeah.
That don't move
Yeah.
the needle
It
because
didn't
when
move it. It didn't move it much.
Because
But
this Brunson's second year with the Knicks, right? The first time we put him out, they went and got Brunson. You know what I'm
mhm,
saying? Last year when we put the Celtics out, they go add Drew Holiday. But we know how that happened. You know what I'm saying? The
yeah.
Drew Holiday and Kristaps Porzingis. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? And I really don't think Porzingis moves the needle because look, they
He
didn't have
doesn't.
him. They didn't have him, and they put us out
Right.
and then they blow out the Cleveland Cavaliers. So
Yeah.
he's definitely another scorer, but that Drew Holiday dude, like
Yeah. Drew.
you
Very,
gotta
very underrated, very underrated player slash defender.
yeah.
Uh, he doesn't get enough credit. I mean, he could very easily be in, defensive player of the year talk. I mean,
Hmm.
I know a lot of times guards don't usually get it. Um,
They gave it to that damn Marcus Smart. I don't know how he
I know.
won. I don't know how he beat out Bam with
I
his
don't know how he
flopping
beat them
behind.
either. I don't know either, honestly. Not taking
But
anything away from him, but yeah, I
but at
don't.
that time, of course at that time he was a Celtic.
He was a
And
Celtic.
of course, at that time he was a Celtic, and they want the Celtics to be back on the upper echelon of the NBA so bad,
Sure, you can see them. You can see they pushing them. Like you
so
can see it.
bad.
You can see it. They pushing them boys. So I'm looking at the TV and I'm looking at commercials and then talking about Jason Tatum. Oh, how he's this and how he's that, and I'm like, man, they really trying to
And
put
did
these
you see
boys
the little the
up
little
there.
ad, bro? Talking about is playoff? What it say? Is playoff Jason or is playoff Tatum a thing? Like, bro,
They
who
biting.
who are we saying who are we saying that about before Jason Tatum?
Come on, man. I was
Jimmy
just
Butler,
talking.
right?
I was just having a conversation with the wife about. I'm like, damn, Jimmy Butler should have had that shit. Excuse my language. Should have had it copyrighted. He should have had it, because they're biting off of him. You know what I mean?
They
Literally,
won.
it came from him when he was talking, about it's not a thing and how they were talking about playoff Jimmy.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
yeah, they got that from him.
Man, look, like man, the conversations that we done had, I keep saying it, bro. Ever since Bron got back to LA,
Mhm.
they've been saying that Jason Tatum is the next superstar. You know what I'm saying? So they want it to be the Lakers versus Celtics again. That's
They
what they
want
want. That's
it, of
what they
course.
want. And then, even though it was a bubble championship, and I'm not taking nothing away because I would have been happy if the Heat would have won it.
I would have been
So
happy. I ain't gonna lie. Yep, sure.
so I mean, even though everybody, it's that asterisk on the bubble championship. The Lakers, that was the last one that was won by between the Lakers and the Celtics.
Right.
So now they itching to get the Celtics back in now. They
Yeah,
itching. They want the Celtics to be up there so bad,
they do.
so bad. So,
You can see it.
but even if there's nobody in the East, I don't see them. Man, Jason Tatum nor Jaylen Brown got anything for Ant-Man.
Honestly, Denver and or Minnesota is going to give Boston a lot of problems. Not saying that they're going to sweep Boston because I think
Right.
Boston is good enough to, win 2 or 3 games, It'll
Mm-hmm.
go 7. I think it'll be a good, knockdown, drag out, fight battle, but yeah, if it was Minnesota, the way they've been playing lately, especially, I don't give Boston much of a chance. They'll probably
Mm-hmm.
have a better chance with Denver, I feel.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, because boy, them boys over there in Minnesota, you can see the hunger. You can see it.
Bro, I tell you one thing though, I can't say I know Chuck Chuck said this series is over between Minnesota and Denver. I can't
Yeah.
say that just yet. You know what I mean?
I don't want to say I don't want to
Because
say it yet
anything can
either though.
happen. But if Denver go down 3-0 and they in Minnesota,
It's over.
I'm gonna put my check in Chuck's column, boy. Because
Yeah, it's over. This game 3 is going to be very important for Denver.
hmm
If they can
very
win it
important.
3, they get themselves a little bit of life, you know.
Of
And then
course.
yeah, and then maybe they can build on it and possibly win game 4 and then
hmm
come back home and win game 5. I mean, you never know. Stranger things have happened. So, when was the last time the teams won on the opposing team's home court for the first 4 games? I don't know. I don't even know if that's ever happened.
I don't
I would
think
have to
so, bro.
I would have to really think and look back. I want to say it has, but maybe it hasn't.
I'm pretty sure.
I'm
I'm pretty
sure it
sure.
has. The team won the first 2 on the road and then lost the 2 at home.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure, but like I say, you never know.
Yeah, boy.
I always say that game 3, you can lose 2, but that third game, that's the one. Game 3 and game 5, those are the games that are pretty pivotal.
Yeah.
Games. So
Yeah, it didn't work out for us so much, but hey,
no,
I still
no,
think we were outgunned. Can't say we were
yeah,
outmanned, but I definitely say we were outgunned.
we were. I didn't. In all honesty, of course, we die hard, Heat fans. So
hmm
we gonna rep our boys,
Yeah,
to the fullest.
definitely,
We
definitely.
gonna rep them no matter what. We gonna rep them. So in my heart, you know, I'm repping Miami. I'm like, man, let's go. Let's lace up and let's do it. But in my mind, I'm like, nah, we probably ain't gonna do it this year. I
Yeah,
don't think we got enough to beat Boston.
and
So
it's funny thing, man. Because I remember back when we were Bulls fans. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, I
mhm.
mean, we ain't have to we couldn't root for nobody but Chicago back in them days.
Yeah, back then, sure,
But
yeah,
it's like doing it when it was the East versus West, when it was really the East versus West. You know what I'm saying? I
mhm.
would always go for the East.
Yeah,
You know, championship. Most of the time I pull for the East.
yeah.
Man, I'm telling you, the Celtics make the Celtics make it to the doggone finals. I'm not pulling for the East, bro. I don't want it. I
I
can't.
don't. Uh,
And I don't, like you say, you don't want to say hate because hate is a strong word, but I do not like the Boston Celtics. I don't like,
don't
and
like their
like I
fan.
said,
Don't like their fan
oh
base.
my
Their
gosh,
fan base
man, oh my gosh, man, crazy. Like, and,
crazy.
and before, like I said, and like I told you before, that whole Jaylen Brown incident with Duncan Robinson, he was my favorite player on the Celtics. Because I
Hmm.
was always saying, man, if we could get him
We can
from
get them. Yeah,
Boston, you know what I'm saying? I
right.
think we'll be good. But ever since then, because I know he wouldn't have did that to nobody black. And yes, I'm saying that. I know he wouldn't have did that to anybody black. He gonna do that, even though Duncan Robinson, like what, 6'7" or whatever.
He's about
He's
6'8". Yeah, he's 6'8".
he's still a skinny little white dude. He's still a
Yeah,
skinny white dude compared to Jaylen Brown.
right.
And it's
Yeah.
like, bro, nah, man, nah.
Hey, like they say, um, a dog ain't gonna want to fight another dog because they already know, how they gonna get down. They get down just like them. So what you do, you pick on, what I mean, someone who's a little bit less than, someone that's probably not gonna fight back. Yeah, that's what you call a bully.
Yeah,
So
man.
the only thing is we didn't have anybody. That's why I wish Bam would have probably stepped up. That's what we were talking about earlier, talking about the buddy thing.
Mm-hmm.
So we needed somebody to come in there or pull a Patrick Beverly. Patrick, you remember, I don't remember what game it was, but he ran over and shoved the hell out of somebody. I don't know. They knocked
I
over one
want to
of his
say
players.
you can say hear me, right?
Huh?
You can hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, I think it was Giannis, if I'm not mistaken.
Was it Giannis? I don't
If it
remember
was you
who.
talking about recently?
I don't think it was. It was either last season or this season, one of them. But I know he ran over full speed. I think he even jumped over a guy to, come to the rescue and, try to defend his teammate.
Yeah.
So
At least
that's
that's
what's
one thing
missing.
you can say
That's what's
about him.
missing. Yeah.
That's one thing you said about him. But yeah, man, that's what we are missing without UD being on that court.
Without UD, yeah.
Bro. And I know me and you speaking of UD, I know me and you talked about this before. So the OG's podcast. Did you watch the recent one?
Who was on it?
Dwight Howard.
No, he had Howard on it. No.
But the funny thing is they recorded it. They recorded it when Haslam was in Boston doing the Celtics and the Heat series.
Oh,
So
okay.
it was Mike Miller and Goran Dragic.
Mm.
So him and UD, they hashed everything out.
They hashed it. Okay.
Yeah, they had him on the Zoom meet.
Okay.
So they hashed everything out, and funny thing is Howard didn't even know that he busted his eardrum.
Oh, Howard didn't know that his eardrum was
No.
busted. He didn't know.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
so yeah, UD told him that's why every time he seen him, he had to let him know about it. But
Yeah.
yeah, man, hey, that boy say Dwight did say he can see himself in the Heat uniform if at all possible, boy.
Hey, we already see, because I think personally, I think that small ball, I think that's done. It's dead. It's over.
And the only way and the only reason why it worked is because we had the big three. That was it.
That was it.
It can't work right now. And you see it's not working, especially not working for Denver because those 7-footers giving Joker hell.
All kind of problems. More than he ever could think of, dream of, imagine.
But the funny thing is, bro, the last time he had that much oh man, the last time he was so uncomfortable like that was in the bubble.
You
remember who he was playing then?
The
AD,
Lakers. And Dwight Howard.
And doggone JaVale McGee.
McGee, yeah.
JaVale McGee was on that team too. So, man, you gotta throw 7-footers at him, man.
And you and I've been preaching. We've been preaching to the choir for the longest. Of course, obviously, we can't.
They
can't call up the Miami Heat, executives and be like, "Hey, man, y'all need to get some size."
Not yet. We can't. I'm manifesting that, boy. Not yet.
Manifesting it. Yeah. Hey. I'm all for it. I love it. But yeah, it's always going to be about size. Of course, you want smaller players, a little bit more mobile that can get around and move and stuff. That's cool too. That can shoot a three and everything like that. But man, when you have size, that's a huge advantage. It could be a disadvantage, but I take my chances.
But see, the thing about him is he can move his feet. Like if we still had Hassan Whiteside, when he got exposed that one year against Valanciunas, he could not move his feet very well.
The pick and roll,
yeah. That was his downfall. And the one thing about D Howard, he's still playing ball overseas. The dude still look good. He still look like he can play in the league. And so and he hasn't retired. He said he's still a free agent.
Yeah, I know he's still out there playing and staying active and everything like that. Hey, and we've been talking about it too. We was like, I don't see nothing wrong with picking him up. I mean, hell,
bro. And
we already got Orlando, who I love for us. He's young and still growing into his own and coming around. And when he gets in there, he does his thing. Thomas Bryant, we already saw what he was kind of doing late.
yeah,
He was kind
yeah.
of getting in there and
And
having some
then,
productive games.
of course, in old Spo fashion, he set him back on the bench.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
like he did Yurt when Yurt came in when Bam was down. You know what I'm
Van
saying?
was
Yurt
out,
came in averaging a double double.
averaging a double double. Yeah, for like a month.
Yeah.
It was a long time.
And he
Yeah.
was rewarded with some more pine. I just don't get it. I
I
just
don't
don't
get
get
it.
it. That's the one thing.
I don't
But
understand him sometimes. I mean, yeah, he's a great coach and everything, but boy, yeah,
yeah,
he trying to stick with the small ball, but like I said, that's done. It's over. Golden
mhm.
State, they the one who kind of started it, but
You
it's
have to be able to shoot like them though.
facts, facts.
You have to be able to shoot and no matter how hard Trae Young try, he's not shooting the ball like freaking Steph Curry. I'm sorry.
Nah, he can shoot it,
Yeah,
but
he can shoot it, but not hey, he more Klay Thompson right now.
yeah.
So
Clay,
he
Clay actually kind of falling off the grid a little bit.
he
So
is. You seen it. You seen it when they won their last championship. Like he
yeah,
was not. I mean, he was definitely part of the supporting cast. He was not the Clay of old.
he
That
wasn't.
was that was more. That was more Steph Curry. That
Yeah,
last championship.
that last ship. Yeah, I agree. I agree. It was all Steph. Not all, but mostly
Yeah,
Steph. Yeah,
because
yeah,
he was missing some big shots. And
yeah.
but yeah, man, I think this will be a blessing in the sky. I'm hoping this early exit after so much success last year. I'm hoping it's a blessing in disguise, man.
It is. It is. It absolutely is because now we get a full training camp. A full season of everybody,
mhm.
providing and barring, they could all stay healthy.
You heard me knock on
I,
wood.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
let me knock on a little wood right there. I got some wood over here, but yeah, providing, all of that, I just can't see why we wouldn't, make it to the finals, if not win it all. Yeah, sure. Should we add another piece, a big man like a Dwight Howard? Or maybe a PG 13 who's a free agent, coming up. If we could add another guy, it'll help.
Yeah,
It'll
I think so
absolutely
too.
help. It'll absolutely help. But with the team as is, I still like this team. We just like you say, like you said, since LeBron left, we just been getting the short end of the stick, boy. Coming to that
Hmm.
help every year, every
And
season.
damn, and it's like, what's crazy too? We got two draft picks this year. First time in a long time.
First round? Or
You
I
got
mean,
we got 15 and 43.
okay. So we always hovering around that 13, 14, 15.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I
I
mean,
don't remember the last time we had a lottery, but of course, to be a lottery pick, team, you have to be one of the
kind of
worst teams.
suck. Yeah.
So
I mean, we didn't suck, but it's just like we just weren't what I wanted to be. You know what I'm saying? I definitely didn't want to be a play-in team. And just like, every fan on dang on Bleacher Report, well, what we did last year, what we did last year, playoff Jimmy, playoff Jimmy.
mhm.
He was play-in Jimmy, and he
Yeah,
never made it to the playoffs. You know what I'm
he
saying?
was
So
playing Jimmy.
yeah. So I mean, and
Right,
if they would have won, a little bit more games, we would have secured a better spot. Then and we didn't have to play in the playing games, he wouldn't have got hurt.
probably wouldn't have never got hurt. Facts. Yeah,
So
yeah.
I mean, but the boys show resilience. They beat the snot out of the dang on Chicago Bulls.
Chicago. Yeah. When no one thought they was gonna do it either.
Right.
So let's not forget that everyone was writing them boys off. They just like,
Hmm.
well, Jimmy's not there, so it's over. But yeah, they definitely showed some resilience, man, and some know-how and some go get, and they went out there and they
They
did
went out
what they
there and
had to do.
got. And then still, even though every loss to the Celtics was a double digit loss, they could have got swept, but
Could have, maybe should have. But you know, like a Miami Heat team, they don't have no quit in them. So
Mm-hmm.
you know they're gonna always fight and they're gonna always battle. So even when things don't look, you know, very bright, we still gonna try to find a way. So